Okay, so here we go. Two of our colleagues joining in from Perth, Rohit Juglan and Devashish Sen, both in Perth. Both were at the India simulation game, so we will get updates from them. We also have Ishan and Bharat joining us. Bharat with a new look. Gargi is also expected to join us any moment. So plenty of things to discuss. But first, before going to Australia, there's a lot of stuff going on about Pakistan and Champions Trophy tour and all of that. ICC sources confirm that the Champions Trophy tour was never final. It is still very much in talks. So the question of going to X city or Y city, as was being claimed by the PCB, was clearly jumping the gun. The talks are still on. Nothing has been finalized yet which city the trophy tour will go to. ICC will announce it on their social media channels. So we really don't know why the PCB jumped the gun on that. The exact reality from the ICC is no rejection, no formulation, no finalization yet. They are still very much in talks, and they will announce the schedule on their social media channels the moment they get it done. So that's ICC sources confirming on the Champions Trophy tour. Straight to Devashish Sen and Rohit Juglan. Rohit, you reached first. So tell us, you were straight there from the airport to the simulation game. What did you see? Aapne kya dekha? Exactly break it down before I go to Devashish and the other guests. Rohit.
दो टीमें बनी, दो टीमें, एक टीम ऋषभ पंत की थी, एक टीम जसप्रीत बुमराह की थी. जसप्रीत बुमराह वाली टीम जाहिर सी बात है गेंदबाजी कर रही थी. जो ऋषभ पंत वाली टीम थी उसमें सबको मौका दिया गया जो आपके टॉप बैटर्स हो सकते हैं 22 के गेम के लिए, जो पर्थ वाला गेम होगा. सारे खिलाड़ियों ने, ऑलमोस्ट जो टॉप ऑर्डर के प्लेयर्स हैं, उन्होंने दो दो बार बैटिंग करी सिवाय केएल राहुल के. केएल राहुल को शुरुआती आधे घंटे में ही एक बॉल एल्बो में लग गया था, उसके बाद उन्होंने बैटिंग नहीं की. वो टीम फिजियो के साथ वापस गए और उन्होंने कुछ देर वहां पर खड़े रहकर ऐसे कोनी झटकी, अपनी कोशिश करी कि मैं बैटिंग कर सकता हूं क्या, बट बैटिंग करने में कामयाब नहीं रहे. उसके बाद उन्होंने पूरे दिन भर बैटिंग नहीं की. बट चिंता की बात इसलिए नहीं लगी क्योंकि उनके हाथ में कोई बैंडेज नहीं था लास्ट तक भी, कोई आइस पैक में उनका हाथ नहीं था. ही वॉज लुकिंग रिलैक्स्ड, बट वो बैटिंग करने के लिए नहीं आए. उनके अलावा यशस्वी जायसवाल ने आज पूरे दिन में 2 बार बैटिंग करी, शुभमन ने 2 बार बैटिंग करी, विराट ने 2 बार बैटिंग भी करी और इसके साथ साथ आधे आधे घंटे के 2 नेट सेशन भी किए. विराट आई थिंक 18-20 रन बनाकर शुरुआत में आउट हो गए थे, सेकंड स्लिप पे उनका कैच गया और उससे पहले उन्होंने 2 जबरदस्त कवर ड्राइव लगाई थी. तो लग रहा था कि वो टच में है विराट. बट जो सेकंड टाइम आए विराट कोहली, ही वाज लुकिंग वे मोर कॉन्फिडेंट, बहुत ज्यादा बेटर लग रहे थे. एक दो पुल शॉट्स मारे, एक दो जैसे आप कहते हो ऑन द टोज वाली ड्राइव्स मारी उन्होंने, वो सारी चीजें करते हुए दिखाई दिए एंड लुकिंग कॉन्फिडेंट. जो उनकी स्कैन को लेकर के खबरें आ रही थी, मुझे नहीं लग रहा कि किसी तरीके का भी कोई इंपैक्ट उनकी बैटिंग पर उसको लेकर के देखने को मिला है. एक बहुत जबरदस्त स्ट्रेट ड्राइव भी उन्होंने खेला था. तो ही जब सेकंड बार बैटिंग करने के लिए आए, 2-2 बार का जो आधे घंटे का सेशन उन्होंने करा नेट्स में, आउट होने के तुरंत बाद नेट्स में चले गए थे. ऐसा नहीं था कि आउट होने के बाद जो है वो वहीं पर रहे. और ये हो रहा है यहाँ पे, इसको आप प्रॉपर जैसे हम कहते हैं मैच सिमुलेशन ही समझिए, क्योंकि आउट होने के बाद भी खिलाड़ी फिर वापस आ रहे हैं. 36 ओवर्स में पहले 6-7 बैटर्स आउट हो गए थे. 36 ओवर्स के बाद आपने नया बॉल भी ले लिया और यशस्वी को बोला आप वापस आ जाओ. अश्विन जैसे ही आउट हुए, जडेजा एक एंड पे थे, यशस्वी को दोबारा भेज दिया गया. नए बॉल के साथ तुरंत जो है वो जडेजा आउट हो गए और उसके बाद फिर आपने यशस्वी और शुभमन को कंटिन्यू करते देखा 1 घंटे के लिए. शुभमन मेरे ख्याल से
so Rohit, this is why they had said कि हमें मैच, प्रैक्टिस मैच नहीं खेलना है, सिमुलेशन करना है, because then you can get your batters to bat multiple times if you get dismissed once. Let me go to Devashish on that. I'll come back to you. I'll take comments from the others also. Devashish, when you landed and you sent us that video from the Perth station, clearly there is a massive build-up. The kind of branding that you had sent us, the photographs that you and Rohit have shared, there is a massive marketing spree going on in building this series. Set it up for us. Devashish. What have you seen?
Yeah, Bonita, you have been covering the Australia series down under for quite some time, and we have never witnessed such a thing. For a build up, a train station being decorated, being branded for the test series, upcoming test series, and it was witnessed at the Perth station, and there has been a lot of developments here in Perth. Means when I last visited here in 2018 and also during the 2022 World Cup, there wasn't a train station that takes you to the city from the airport, and this time there was a train station that takes you direct to the CBD area, and the Perth station, which was very close to the Waka ground, was decorated with the big photographs of Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and Pat Cummins. So clearly, you can sense that the build up, there is a lot, as far as build up is concerned. We have already seen newspapers putting out huge advertisements, special supplements being carried out by a leading newspaper with the center spread of Virat Kohli. So clearly there is a huge anticipation when it comes to Border Gavaskar Trophy, compared to what it was in 2018, 2021, 22. It was COVID time, so there weren't any media covering that series from both countries. So clearly, huge anticipation with regard to the series this time round. Poriada.
Bharat, tell me something. Exactly what Rohit was saying. I mean, the Indian team had suggested that they don't want a practice game because of exactly what Rohit pointed out. After 36 overs, they were able to send Jaiswal again, or Kohli batted twice, or Gill batted twice, whatever it is. So this is why they wanted practice every single day to get used to the conditions. You think that is kind of working out for India, Bharat?
Yeah, it depends on whether the practice session or the simulation or whatever you want to call it, there's high level of intensity. If there's high level of intensity, then definitely it should work out for the Indian team, because a batter will get 2-3 chances again and again. He can come out and bat. The bowlers also will get more overs to bowl. So from that sense, yes, if it depends on the level of intensity in a typical practice match. Maybe when Australia played against India, I could see, at least with this Australia side, when Scott Boland and Michael Nesser were bowling, there was a high level of intensity from Australia setup. So if that kind of intensity is there, definitely it should work out well for the Indian team as well.
Rohit, what was the intensity like?
Intensity was really good. I think if you see Mukesh Kumar, I think he's clearly making a chance, creating a chance for himself. Rishabh Pant, he clean bowled Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant missing the line. After getting well set, he and Virat batted almost for an hour in that second part of the innings, because early on he was being bowled by Nitish Reddy, completely shattering his stumps. And after that, when he had this partnership, a close to an hour partnership, Rishabh played in his own style. And at that shot also, he was trying to do a helicopter. He was trying to play a helicopter. Before that, he tried to do a lap. And then the intensity, if you talk about Prasidh Krishna, Nitish Reddy, these are one of the finest bowlers of today. If you talk about, the way Mukesh bowled, the way Prasidh bowled, in this whole tour, Mukesh, Prasidh, and today Nitish Reddy, the way they bowled, I think they were brilliant. Even we saw Tanush Kotian and Washington Sundar. I don't know when the last time it was like two proper spinners bowling from each end, and you can see the intensity there. The Prasidh Krishna spell, the Mukesh Kumar spell, Jasprit Bumrah, and then if you talk about the spinners also. So I don't think there's any lack of intensity as far as, yes, Navdeep Saini looked little tired after a while. But I think you can understand that why he's getting tired, or lots and lots of overs, long spells for him. So that I can totally understand. But as far as the the intensity is concerned, I think they were very high. They were very high intensity, I think, as far as the bowlers are concerned.
Okay. So let me go to Gargi on that. I mean, so we've heard three things so far, Gargi. One, from Devashish, the build-up, that there is very strong build-up, and we have seen evidence. From Rohit, he answered Bharat's question. The intensity was strong, and what Rohit has also told us is, clearly after 36 overs, when people are batting twice, etc., the idea that India went with, that we don't need one practice game, rather we will do many practice sessions in a simulated format or whatever format, that seems to be working for India. You reckon this is the way forward now, that teams don't need that one mandatory practice game, but if they continue to do that for the next 5-6 days, today is just the 15th, so you still have 6 days. India will be ready by the time, because I think Bharat and Devashish and Rohit also spoke to Bharat Sundarasan, which we published that video, where Bharat also talked about, or he's tweeted also, that this is a typical Waka wicket, which India might just get at the Optus Stadium also. So clearly they are getting used to the conditions. You think 1 week is good enough, Gargi?
Yes, I think with this strategy that they're employing, that the Indian management is employing, it's very smart actually and very tactical when you think about it. That in a short time, you want your batters to get completely used to the wicket, to get completely used to the conditions. And you know what better way to do that than do match simulations and send batters twice into bat in a single day. I don't think it gets better than that. What happens with the practice matches is, let's say someone goes out and gets out on a duck, then how are they going to get used to the conditions? So if that was the plan, and maybe there were 2 3 matches, maybe Indian batters could not have gotten used to the conditions as they would now, because if the batters are batting twice in a day, bowlers are bowling long spells without getting tired, then I think this is the best strategy that the Indian team has come up with.
Ishan, take this one. There is a question. This one: if Nitish Reddy is bowling well, introspect asks, then it is a good sign. Do you think Nitish Reddy, and I'll go to Rohit and Devashish on this one after you, Ishan. If Nitish Reddy kind of bowls well, and we've seen him bat okay in the second innings of that second practice game, do you think he's kind of pushing himself into contention as that fourth pacer all-rounder slot, Ishan?
It's definitely a good option, Boria. I think Nitish Reddy is surely a good prospect. But, I'll stick to what Bharat has said actually in the past, that I feel as well, in my opinion, that he's possibly a little bit undercooked at the moment. He's obviously bowling well. He's had some playing experience in Australia with that warm-up game as well against Australia A. But I possibly wouldn't see him in that first test, in my opinion. I'd go with a more experienced player. He's bowling well, which is great. He's obviously a handy bat as well. And he's someone who this team will really rely on in the future. But in my opinion, I don't think the Indian side would like to play him in this first test. I think he's still a project, like Bharat likes calling him. Still a work in progress project, in my opinion. He's surely making good amends. He can definitely play very, very soon. But in my opinion, I wouldn't see him playing that first test. I think there might be a difference of opinion, but I wouldn't see him playing that first test, Purida.
Rohit, Nitish Reddy, before I ask the same question of Devashish, how do you see Nitish Reddy?
Could be a possibility, Bodhya, because in last couple of years, I think what I personally observed in Australia, it's not that easy to bat on. There are lateral movements, there are things. You've seen if the Pakistan series, the Test series, I'm talking about, the West Indies series. Currently what we are seeing here, and specifically when the kind of Perth wicket they are offering you, it's very new, it's very fresh. It's I think a month old, and there's pace, there's bounce, as they said. There will be lateral movement early on. It's not the summer part in Australia. You know it really well. It's not the exact summer. It's windy. It's a little bit chilly at this point of time, as you said, as you can clearly see Debashish there, with his jacket and with his cap on. So it's not that hot here. So what I understand is he has that in him as far as bowling is concerned. Where my concerns are is, as a batter, can he contribute that much in this batting lineup? Can he bat India out of a trouble? That's my big concern. If it's only about the bowling, I won't say that he's a little undercooked or something like that. I've seen him, in last season also at Wankhede, he's picked up those 5 wickets. Bowling speed is obviously really good. So as far as seam bowling all-rounder is concerned, you don't have a Shardul Thakur, you don't have a Hardik Pandya, you have him in here. So and the way he bowled today, as I said, that clean bowled Rishabh Pant, and not only clean bowled Rishabh Pant, but the way he was hitting those areas, the pace specifically, and if there's anything of the surface, then I think he could be your game changer. So in my point of view, I think I'll bet on Nitish Kumar Reddy.
Okay. Devashish, 2 updates on Devashish first. Devashish always has the cap on, even when he sleeps, Rohit. So that is something you will see. Second thing, jacket, yes. I mean, we do know about the jacket, and before the show started, he said it's windy. Ishan will testify that he sleeps with the cap on the flight also. That's Devashish for you. But Devashish, 2 questions. One, what Rohit just said on Nitish Reddy, but if KL Rahul is opening, like you guys saw today, is it now more or less certain that he has an edge over Ishwaran? Is it now, if there is no injury concern, no bandage, no nothing, means there is no serious injury, can we say that it's KL Rahul who will partner Yashasvi Jaiswal in that first test match? Devashish, I'll ask the same question of Bharat, but first you go.
Yeah, very much, very likely that KL Rahul will open the batting with Yashasvi Jaiswal. Means going by the match simulation means obviously clearly you could see, and I shared a photograph as well of yeah, Abhimanyu Ishwaran walking out after the game along with along with Dhruv Jurel. So clearly it is indicative that KL Rahul might open the batting, and the good thing about KL Rahul was that there was no band-aid, neither did he apply ice after getting hit by a Prasidh Krishna delivery. Yes, it was a precautionary measure, but in all probability, I think KL Rahul might open the batting with Yashasvi Jaiswal until and unless if there is some injury concerns or in the lead up to that first test match on November 22nd. As far as Nitish Reddy is concerned, definitely it leads flexibility to the side. We know what hard when both of us were there at the Trent Bridge Test in Nottingham when Hardik Pandya won that test match against England. And and it automatically adds value to that team if you have an all-rounder batting all-rounder who can bowl you those 5-6 overs in the middle, because if you play three bowlers, then obviously there is issue of workload management, a bowler getting burn out or someone getting underbowled. But if you play that fourth bowler, then he can obviously he can give you those crucial breakthroughs. But another news point that I would like to share, Boryada, is that Rohit was also there. I was also there today. Western Australia Cricket Association has said that they won't be allowing the media to cover the second day of the warm-up, the match simulation. It looks a bit weird for me because the reason they have cited is that they don't have they don't have the staff. They don't have the staff to allow allow the media. I mean, there were only a handful of media. I and Rohit were the only Indian media who were there at the practice match simulation practice, and there were a couple of others. So it's clearly, and I did spoke to Maulin Parikh, the Indian cricket team media manager, and he clearly said that BCCI has no objection. The Indian team management has no objection whatsoever in allowing the media to cover the match simulation practice. But it is Western Australia Cricket Association. They have cited that they do lack staff to allow the media to. I don't know where it is coming from, but
This is wait. This is breaking news. This is hard breaking news. Rohit, if you were there, can you give me more on this? Because this is what it is. I mean, if the BCCI doesn't have a problem, Western Australia Cricket Association has a problem for the media to cover the simulation of the Indian team. I mean, for what? Why would they say this? I mean, this is fascinating. Rohit, your thoughts before I take comments from everyone. But this is absolutely the news point. Absolutely the news point. Yes, Rohit.
Boryada, I think it's simple. I think from here, from these guys' point of view, I think it's weekend. It's Saturday and Sunday. They don't have people there, and the way Australian culture, you obviously know this better than me. If you go to any restaurant, if you go to any place, they have a shortage on the staff kind of thing. So the personnel here, be it security, be it anything else, there is a little less number. And what they are saying is that we have construction work going on here. We have player security also. So if we have a little less number of security people, then it will be difficult for us, but as Debashish Da has said, that there are not, you don't have to manage 50 people. You have to manage only 5 or 6 people. So it's very much manageable. And as he said, that the BCCI guys are also very, they have very clearly said this to us that, we don't have any problem. You guys came, you guys cover, you guys report. But as far as the WA, the WACA is concerned, I think they are more concerned on the construction part, because the construction is going on at a very large level. If you see, the one part of the ground is completely covered with the construction thing. So they are means, in my point of view, I think they are little cautious about it. Oh, what if some journalist went to that place, just to watch the match, and something happened there, so it will fall on them. Cricket Australia will directly ask from them, BCCI directly ask from them. So I think moreover a cautious approach from them. I think it's because of the weekend also that they have a little shortage on their staff, personal thing. So I think that is why they are saying that we are still cross checking. They are still saying that we will cross check, and the senior people will tell you that whether you have to come there or not. But I think it has to do something with the weekend and the construction work going on there, plus the security, because you have already seen the people, the Indians who are here, the Indians who live here, they just want a glimpse of Virat Kohli, or for a Jasprit Bumrah, for a Rishabh Pant. They are coming on the trees. They are coming with the ladders. So in their point of view, as an Indians, it's nothing new for us. But as an Australians, maybe this is new, or this is something, what they are doing kind of thing. That's why they've covered the ground with that black cloth also. It's nothing to do with what Indian team is doing. They are not preparing any nuclear bomb there. It's just
Okay,
to do with.
but the truth is, all of you, I mean, Gargi, you go first, that now the whole world knows your train station is decked up with Rohit Sharma and Pat Cummins. You are building up, your newspapers have Hindi language usage. You have all of that going on. Your newspapers have Hindi and Punjabi. So you are building this series up to be your blockbuster series for the summer. What do you mean? I mean, did you not expect that the Indian team is landing in Perth, that the local Indians would come and cover? Why would you not have 5 staff to cover, 5 extra media people or whatever? I mean, nobody is disturbing you. No one's creating trouble. If locals want to come and watch the Indian team, so be it. Because there is such a big build-up. Australia wants it. And the more there is build-up, the more there is commercial success of the tour. Gargi, what is your thought on this before I ask Ishan and Bharat also?
Yeah, it honestly looks like they weren't prepared, and they should have been, because this is a big series and they're the ones that are kind of building up to it. But at the same time, the reason that they cited seems a bit understandable. I understand if workers over there do not want to work on a weekend, and I think it's a reasonable point that they have given, reasonable excuse that they have given for this. But at the same time, you have to think about Border Gavaskar. This is one of the biggest test series in the world, and do you want to have these sort of headlines attached to your board or to your associations at this point around? Because like Devashish and Rohit also spoke about this, that you spoke about it, that they've been doing so much, they've been building up to the tournament so much, and not having enough staff, 5 or 6 people to take care of the ground, or to take care of whatever media shows up that day. I think it's this is unpreparedness.
Ishan, I think that's the word. Unpreparedness is a good word. I mean, there are 5, 6 media. You covered the whatever. Some people are coming and watching it. Australia is not India. It will never be. In the sense, there'll be not that much people. Perth is again a very sparsely populated, place. So why would you stop the media from covering it? They've still said likely or whatever it is, but the fact of the matter is, this is a massive tour building up to the Australian summer. It is for your consumption also. All the papers, what we have seen, Virat Kohli, Yashasvi Jaiswal, New King, Old King, whatever it is. If all of that is going on, why this stance, Ishan? Sounds a little strange coming from, and more when the BCCI doesn't have any issue. Initially, it was told that BCCI has an issue. Always the BCCI is the whipping horse. BCCI, as Devashish said, Molin on record saying BCCI has absolutely no problem. So we are clarifying that it is not a BCCI issue. So why would Western Australia Cricket Association have this issue? Ishan Chahane.
Very strange, Bumrah. Absolutely. At one end, I've seen those videos as well, which Rohit Bhai and Devashish has sent. It's so much advertising has been done. There's been a great build-up. And on the other end, if you're willing to do something like this, where you're not willing to, let your journalists, the Indian journalists, cover, something that's so important, then it really doesn't make sense. But it's a simple case of being underprepared. But there's no excuse for Bumrah, in my opinion. This is a BGT. This is not a regular series that happens very often. You should have had, the basic accommodations that should have been taking place for something like this not to happen. So it's completely silly on their part, in my opinion, because there's so many people that have invested in the series, so many people traveling, and they might argue that and just say, it's just a matter of one day. But one day can make a big difference, and we're here to cover every single day. So there's no excuse for this whatsoever. and this should not have happened in the first place, because you're clearly completely contradicting yourself. At one end you want to promote it as much as possible, and at the other end you're not willing to let the Indian journalists go and cover it. So how is this making sense whatsoever? You have to be more prepared, and there are no excuses, Borada. There are no excuses. This is the BGT. You're supposed to go out there and cover every single day, and who knows, in that second day something massive might happen, and if something massive happens, then who's to blame if there's no one to cover it? So I mean, it's pretty strange in that end.
Bharat, from what Rohit just said, and I will go back to Rohit and Devashish on this. Clearly, the batters, while we were continuously talking about the batting, from what Rohit mentioned, Mukesh Kumar, he mentioned Prasidh Krishna, what we have read also, and the videos that they have sent and what they were telling us, the bowling somehow is not looking bad, Bharat, from what we've seen. So, two-part question. One, from our reporters on ground, the bowling not looking bad, Mukesh Kumar looking decent, getting Virat out or Rishabh out or whoever out. And secondly, from what we have seen of Mohammad Shami, Bharat, with the videos that BCCI has put out. By the way, Madhya Pradesh 150 odd for 3 in the second innings. Mohammad Shami once again picking up 1 wicket, 11 overs, 50 runs, 1 wicket. So he's getting a top order wicket, bowled 11 overs. That's the most important, Bharat. 11 overs yesterday, close to 20 odd overs. So he's getting quite a bit of bowling. Would you want Mohammad Shami to be sent? Because after this is Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, which is just 4 overs. You have no point playing that to assess your fitness. So Bharat, bowling in Australia, from what you've heard, and Mohammad Shami.
See, first of all, with the Mohammad Shami, he's a kind of bowler who has that great wrist position, obviously. So even if he bowls at 120 kilometers per hour, is the kind of bowler who will take a lot of wickets in domestic cricket. His wrist position, even at the age of 70, 75, I think it will come out very nicely and come out very straight. So on a grassy wicket, he was bound to take wickets. The only issue perhaps the management would have, maybe, is whether he's attacking the crease nicely. That's the main part for a fast bowler, obviously, whether he's able to zip through the crease or attack the crease. Initially, obviously, there's no live telecast of this particular match. Whatever the little video clips I watched, it seemed like he was a little ginger in terms of he was not exactly trying to attack the crease much. But maybe as he has bowled 15 overs, 19 overs in the first innings, now when the 11 overs in the second innings, then definitely he must be attacking the crease, zipping through the crease a lot more. If he's doing that, then definitely I think he has to go to Australia. But yeah, that's finally management's call whether he's actually looking like he's in rhythm. But he's definitely his wrist position is coming out nicely. He was moving the ball nicely. It all comes down to whether when he approaches the crease, whether he's zipping through the crease and in his follow through, he looks good. As far as Mukesh Kumar, one more point as far as Mukesh Kumar is concerned, he comes straight from Mohammad Shami's school of pace bowling. I'm not comparing both the records, but he comes from that school of pace bowling because again he keeps the seam very straight. So if there is a little bit of movement, because it's a repeatable action, he will always get it. So if India want a bowler who can bowl with a new ball, get that little bit of seam movement, then he's the guy. So he'll always be there and thereabouts. As Prasidh Krishna is concerned, obviously, we've talked about him. See, there's no issue with his skill set. He's tall, hits the deck, gets bounce, gets the ball to swing. It all is all in the mind for him. If his mindset is good, I think he will be a good prospect for Australia, India in these conditions in Australia. So it is pace bowling, obviously.
Rohit, take the super chat from what Bharat also said, and Rohit also add. Somebody I think asked, can you also tell us a little bit, Rohit, before I go to Devashish on this, what was the body language of Jasprit Bumrah? Because he has to lead. What did you make of him? What did you make of Jasprit Bumrah's body language at all? Take this super chat. Don't agree with India retiring Jaiswal and Gill. They could have continued playing, etc., etc. So give me a sense of this one and also of Jasprit Bumrah before I go to Devashish.
No, look, what the super chat is saying, I don't agree with Shairu bhai, because it's math simulation. You have to give each and every individual equal opportunity. So Virat batted for an hour, Yashasvi and Shubman batted for an hour, and then when Virat completed its 1 hour, it's not like that Virat is completely done with his practice. No, but it's distributed like that okay, we will go 1 hour with Yashasvi and Shubman, then we'll go 1 hour with Rishabh and Virat. That's why it's match simulation. Otherwise you can just have a match now. So the main concern and the main focus as far as this match simulation is concerned, that multiple batters or multiple bowlers get multiple opportunities. It's not about one or two. Why Yashasvi and Gill only? Why not KL Rahul and then Virat Kohli? Or why not Ravindra Jadeja and Rishabh Pant? Why not a Dhruv Jurel in between and then a Nitish Kumar Reddy? So they are thinking of each and everyone. That's why it's not about YBJ and it's not about Shubman Gill. It's about all the batters. As far as Jasprit Bumrah, Buryada, you have asked, he spent a good 1 hour with Gautam Gambhir, just had a one-on-one chat. Only he is, what I can see and observe, that he is enjoying this. Means I'm not saying that he's happy that Rohit Sharma is not here, but he's enjoying the leadership thing. And he's always means I remember a senior journalist telling to me in Zimbabwe there had an incident happened in 2015-2016 when MS Dhoni have called someone and said to him that watch out for this boy, he'll captain India. And because Jassi was so proactive, MS was saying to him that as soon as I thought of a field change position, he proactively said to me that my bhai, I want to do this, my bhai, I want to do it. So what Dhoni was thinking, Bumrah already communicating with him those kind of fielding positions or plans. So in 2015-2016, Dhoni already had this in mind that as far as thought process is concerned, as far as strategies is concerned, Bumrah could be a good leader. So what I'm, when I saw him today here, I'm almost, remembering those lines of Mahendra Singh Dhoni that, he has that in him. And he was so much, with each and every plan. I'm not able to listen what he was speaking, but there was so much of hand gestures and hand movements about a particular individual or about a particular field placement. What I am getting is he is not, nervous about this. Oh, this is BGT. Oh, we are under pressure. Oh, we have to go to WTC final 4-0. So there is a lot of pressure on me. No, he's enjoying his bowling. He's enjoying the leadership, and he always enjoyed talking about, captaincy. Whenever I saw his each and any interview, he thrived. Whenever you ask him about leadership, about captaining India, he always has plans. You can't see him, with a small answer or that kind of thing. So he's confident, he's looking good, and that's good news for India.
Shomadri Sengupta, there's another super chat. Devashish, take it. Why Gill is not considered to open? When he did it last tour, can't Jurel be given the challenge at number 3, considering his runs in warm-up games? And Devashish, from what you've seen Shubman Gill today, your thoughts on Shubman Gill?
Yeah, Buryada, I still think that when Shubman has decided, ever since Shubman has decided to go in at number 3, he should be persisted with, because that is one. Number 3 and number 4 are specialized spots in Test cricket. So you cannot just experiment just for the sake of experimentation. So I think that is a very, very specialized job, and Shubman Gill should be persisted with at number 3. Yes, when you have openers, means who can do the job for you. Yes, you might argue that KL Rahul has batted number 6. Clearly, Gautam Gambhir in that pre-departure press conference did mention that KL Rahul is one guy who can open the batting, who can bat at number 5, who can bat at number 6. So, and since KL Rahul has the experience of opening the batting in England and has already done so, I don't think there is a necessity to promote Shubman Gill to open the batting. Yes, number 3 is a very, very important, and especially in conditions like here in Australia, where the number 3 batter role is to just take away the maximum deliveries so as to frustrate the opponent bowlers. And in this case, Pat Cummins, Hazlewood, and Stark, we already seen the video that was shared in our platform yesterday that they are training very hard. Means at the Cricket New South Wales headquarters, so they will come hard at the Indians, and the conditions at the Optus Stadium will be juicy for the Indian batters. So they will be tested. So I don't think that there is a necessity of Shubman Gill opening their batting. Yes, you might, and Jurel has looked good. So Jurel can, but Jurel has never opened the batting. So in this case, I would rather stick with a KL Rahul opening the batting with Yashasvi Jaiswal.
There are some questions, Nishan and Gargi will come to you on this. RBK Gaming CT Tour cancel. Surojit Ghosh, yes, cancel हुआ है, कुछ cancel नहीं हुआ है. कुछ कैंसिल नहीं हुआ है, फाइनल भी नहीं हुआ था. So ICC sources have confirmed that Pakistan Cricket Board jumped the gun clearly by announcing the tour without the tour getting finalized. And Indian media subsequently that has reported it's not going here, it is not going there, is also not correct. So clearly both are incorrect news. The tour was never finalized. The Champions Trophy tour was never finalized because once it is done, the ICC will announce it on their social media platforms that here is what will happen with the Champions Trophy tour. That is the exact reality, and we have cross-checked with multiple sources in the ICC, not one, but multiple sources in the ICC. Ishan, this is becoming very political and very complex, and there's so much mudslinging, so much negativity around the Champions Trophy at the moment. Ishan, your thoughts?
Surely, Boryada. I think since the day we've been speaking about it, it's been building up, and unfortunately, this is bound to happen. The two different sides here with difference of opinions. And I've also mentioned in the past that the only sport that's going to get affected is cricket. We can keep all our political decisions on the side, but if you're taking more time to come to a final decision, the sport itself is going to be affected, and that's what's happening at the moment. Obviously, a decision has to be made. Hopefully, it can be made soon, because if it continues to go the way it is, it's only going to further hurt the sport. And obviously, a lot of frustration might be building up even with the fans at the moment. That's why such comments are coming, Boryada. Hopefully, this can come to an end, because we've been suggesting a neutral venue, or possibly where everyone can come together and play, because this definitely won't be happening in Pakistan. Hopefully, a call like this can be made soon, and this can be put to rest.
Avinash, just now Champions Trophy tour has been cancelled in Pak region, source Aditya Raj call. I think whether it is Aditya Raj call or Boria or Rohit or whoever, the truth is this is not the case. The truth is the tour was never finalized. The truth is ICC. So, and who is the tour being done by? It is the ICC, right? It's the ICC Champions Trophy. So the ICC sources have confirmed to me as well, and Bharat also spoke. Multiple, and Shomik as well. Multiple ICC sources have in fact said the same thing to the three of us, that it was never a question of rejection or finalization. It was never done. The moment the finalization happens, the ICC will announce it on their platforms. So all of this that we are getting reported, PCB jumping saying, come and see it in XYZ cities, or this tour has been cancelled, none of this is actually the reality. And that is the fact. I think there is a lot of jumping the gun. There is a lot of sensationalism going on, which is always likely with India, Pakistan. Gargi, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think at this point it's all gotten so complicated that it's difficult to see where this will head or what the solution will be at this point, because we're not getting the right news. By we, I mean the public is not getting the right news. At this point you need a confirmation from either parties, from ICC or the BCCI. Maybe BCCI can bring in the government and finally have that letter that everyone is talking about, of finally finalizing that India should not go to Pakistan or something like that. Any interference from the government will end this issue right then and there. But we're not hearing anything official from any of the parties involved. We haven't heard from ICC on this yet. We have heard plenty from PCB, but it's all been sensationalist news, and that's something we don't want. BCCI we haven't heard anything from, so it's a confusing state to be in if you're a cricket fan at this point. And right now all you can think of is the hybrid model, the acceptance of the hybrid model, and finally getting the tournament done.
Rohit, on a serious note, ICC sources have confirmed to me that nothing has been finalized. Nothing. And in writing, I have it. So, we spoke and nothing has been finalized. That neither this was final, that. So, they will reveal it. Why did PCB jump the gun? Why is this urgency to jump the gun, come and do this, come and do this? Why would the PCB continuously jump the gun when nothing was finalized? And then, some digital platforms here in India also saying this has been cancelled, that is not going. None of this is actually true. None of this is actually true. Why would PCB jump the gun as a board when things weren't final, Rohit?
Brother, because they are very much desperate. Because they are very much desperate. They wanted thing to, happen at any cost, but nothing is coming out. They have written emails. They have asked that whether India is coming or not. India straight away said, no, we are not coming. What can you do? So now they have the other thing is, can we take it, somewhere around? Can we send some mails and can we ask some questions from the BCCI? Why you are not coming to this place? And because this is political, Buryada, we always, I listen to Pakistan cricketers and administrators, and all of them are saying, don't politicize it, don't politicize this. What is this then? What is this? Adding 3 POK cities, Pakistan occupied Kashmir cities, into your Champions Trophy, the trophy tour, is if not politicizing this. So what's that? Means what's that? If you are adding these 3 cities, it means you are clearly sending out a political message. Your political leadership is not on the same page on this. Your
And
prime
why
minister
not just adding, Rohit, not
and the
just
PCB.
adding, not
Yeah,
just adding, you did not even take the ICC into confidence, because ICC clearly
that's
saying that it wasn't finalized. So you have put it out in the public domain, tweeted it out, put it out without even finalization. So the question of cancellation is later. It did not even happen. So never
because
was it confirmed. So the question of cancellation is
because
later.
it's not,
Why is the PCB
because
doing this?
PCB is not doing it now. Because PCB is not doing it. It is the people responsible behind this are their politicians and their army. This can't be done by PCB. PCB cannot do this. Because PCB, no, we don't have any official call. But because they want to put India under pressure. They want to, circulate a message around. They want to create a propaganda. That's why they are doing it. That's when I'm saying that their PCB president is not there. The PCB president is somewhere in Europe. The Pakistan prime minister is somewhere in Europe. They are not initiating a talk with India, but they always want to ask why India is not coming here. So they are always, in each and every matter, they are always politicizing it. The second thing is, the PCB don't have any answer whatever they have asked from India, why you are not coming. They still know that India won't come to Pakistan. If they want to, be out of the Champions Trophy, that's their call. But India are not going to come to Pakistan. They surely know this. So now they are doing this all other stuff, which is so Pakistani thing, which is so Pakistan. They're asking
Okay.
they're asking that why India is not coming, when India is saying that security threats. They are comparing us with England. They are
Okay, one second.
comparing us
Hold
with
on, hold on,
Australia.
hold on. Hold on. There is breaking news coming. There is breaking news coming from Jay Shah, and I'm reading it out. Jay Shah condemns PCB's trophy tour in POK, seeks ICC action. Gargi, I'm forwarding this to you. Break it as we speak. This is Jay Shah on the trophy tour. BCCI Secretary Jay Shah has strongly condemned the Pakistan Cricket Board's decision to conduct a trophy tour in Pakistan occupied Kashmir, reiterating India's objection to the move. Shah has raised the matter with the ICC, urging the body to take appropriate action in light of BCCI's concerns over territorial integrity and political interference in sports. That's the breaking. That's the breaking on this channel at this point. Jay Shah condemns PCB's trophy tour in POK, seeks ICC action. BCCI Secretary Jay Shah has strongly condemned the Pakistan Cricket Board's decision to conduct a trophy tour in Pakistan occupied Kashmir, reiterating India's objection to the move. Shah has raised the matter with the International Cricket Council, urging the body to take appropriate action in light of BCCI's concerns over territorial integrity and political interference in sports. Clearly, nothing was finalized, nothing, as we said. So this is Jay Shah, future ICC president, clearly coming out now, condemning the PCB for having jumped the gun. Exactly what we were saying. Rohit Juglan, react to this Jay Shah's statement on this matter.
He's spot on. He's spot on, Murada. And we all know Pakistan should know that in next 15 days he'll be the ICC chairman. And if you are doing this kind of irresponsible things, if you are posting something without getting any confirmation from the ICC, then who is actually running Pakistan Cricket Board? Is Pakistan Cricket Board Twitter handles or the Instagram social media handles are with anybody? Means if I want to post anything, if tomorrow I want to say that, I want to host a match in POK, so let me tweet this. You won't wait for the ICC schedule. Then don't wait for the ICC schedule. Just announce this. that we will have a game, we will have a India Pakistan or somewhere a Pakistan game in any area of the Pakistan occupied Kashmir then. So this is, I think, well done to Jai Shah that he came all guns blazing in this particular matter, and he wanted this to be very clear with Pakistan that if it's about territorial integrity, what we say in Hindi, that akhindata samprabhuta, in sari cheezon ko lekar ke, if there's anything related to this, then don't post these kind of what we say is which you don't have any confirmation about. Don't do such kind of things, especially which will impact the political and geopolitical issues between these two countries, because if you are directly involving POK into the trophy tour things, then I don't think it's very sensible from Pakistan. It's very immature, it's very unaccountable, and it's seriously, this needs to be treated like this harshness what you said, Buryada, in the Jai Shah statement.
Gargi Raut, react to what Rohit just said, react to what Jai Shah has said. This is the future ICC chairman saying this. This is the future ICC chairman in 15 days from now saying that a board is acting irresponsibly. A board is doing things which is not befitting of a cricket board. He's come out strong, and we just read out his statement, which we have tweeted as well. Gargi Raut, react.
When you look back on the chronology of all the things that have happened now, Pakistan coming out and adding venues in POK, and then now today us finding out that they had not even gotten ICC in the loop, and ICC did not even know about this before PCB tweeted it. So when you look back on all these things, on how things have panned out, it seems like PCB is trying their best to provoke India, to provoke BCCI, to provoke the government of India to do something or say something, because at this point, why else would you do it? You've been talking about not to involve politics with sports, and keep the politics aside and come to Pakistan and play the tournament. But now suddenly you're doing everything that you're not supposed to do. You're doing everything that is supposed to be opposite of what is said to be neutral. The best reaction that we could have seen from PCB is that they would have not chosen to anything other than POK would have been all right. At any point, but now it just seems like Pakistan or PCB is trying to, or this is deliberate.
But the POK is the only
sense.
reason.
Yeah.
If POK is out of the picture, then then that won't make any kind of headline. That won't make any kind of headline. The reason for this being, include POK into it, and then see what will happen. But I think now Pakistan is losing out on this.
Clear, Rohit. So by including cities which were mentioned yesterday in that PCB tweet, it was a deliberate attempt to rile India.
Absolutely.
It was a deliberate attempt to make it political. It was a deliberate attempt to make sure that this issue snowballs. And by doing it, the PCB jumped the gun. Obviously, the ICC never had finalized it, and now Jai coming out and openly criticizing and condemning it means now this will become the whole cricket world versus the PCB. Clearly, they will not get support on this. They can't get support on this. And now this queers the pitch as far as Pakistan is concerned. This is getting into a bad political zone as far as Pakistan is concerned. Bharat, react to it before I go to Ishan and also take Rohit's comments finally. Yeah, Bharat.
Yeah, I guess they're doing a little bit of posturing. They want to provoke India a little bit, BCCI a little bit, because they somehow feel that they're aggrieved by whatever has happened to them in terms of Champions Trophy. So they're perhaps trying all these things. So with POK, trying to come out with something despite ICC not confirming it. It doesn't look good. I don't think they will get much support on it. But PCB have to perhaps think about their own public. So they want to show that they're doing something to provoke BCCI or to maybe take on BCCI, lock horns against BCCI. So maybe they're doing all these things from their perspective. I'm thinking what could be the reason behind PCB, or I would say those who are on top of PCB, their army or whatever it is, I guess they're trying to do it to show to their public that they can take on BCCI and lock
So,
on.
so what Bharat is saying, Ishan, is this is
Yes.
posturing. Somebody is saying PCB is behaving like a child throwing anything to get attention. So, where do you stand on this, Ishan? And now Jai coming out with this statement, the would-be ICC chairman coming out with this statement. This clearly, I mean, this is a very strong condemnation of the actions of the PCB, and very logically so. When you put cities on the Champions Trophy tour map, which have not even been accepted, ratified, finalized by the ICC, and you ask people to come and watch, where the hell do you think what are you trying to do, Ishan?
I mean, how do you expect that to work, Boryada? That is something that you can't just throw out and, without taking the permission of a board like ICC and expect it to work. So, I don't want to say this, it's almost Pakistan being Pakistan. This is not what you want to see happen, and it's just a case of provoking India, looking to get a reaction. There was no reaction coming, and the easiest way to get a reaction was to take it even more political, which they've done. And all of us are giving reactions, but this is unfortunate. It should not be happening. Hopefully, this will be put to an end, and none of them, like the ICC, is not going to agree to this anyway. But it's just that Pakistan's being a little childish at the moment, actually throwing out some sort of trying to make this a political, trying to nudge India, trying to budge India, and that's exactly what's happened at the moment. Should not be happening. The focus should be cricket. Unfortunately, this is the case at the moment, Bodhera.
Rahul Avasthi, on a serious note, as we what is it? Some YouTubers abusing Vikrant. Why do you have to take these YouTubers seriously, for God's sake? Don't take them. They're filthy. They're stupid. Don't take any Pakistani YouTubers seriously at all. Vikrant's a friend of mine. My sincere advice to Vikrant is don't respond to them. They're not worth your time. Absolutely not. With due respect to them, they're not worth your time. Don't respond to them. And that's it. Vikrant should just continue to focus on his work and job done. Why would he want to respond to Pak YouTubers, and why are you even taking anyone seriously, Rahul Avasthi? I've said this. I've said this. Social media trolls. There are some people who are trolls, and trolls are like toilet paper. Just flush them. Shoptorshi Rai Chaudhuri, BCCI was waiting for one loose step from Pak. Here it is now. Provoking India will not help them anyhow. Pakistan behaving immaturely. Rohit, take that.
What I was saying at that point of time, I think Pakistan is very much clear with this, that India is not coming to Pakistan, and the hybrid model is the only way the Champions Trophy can happen. There is no other way. And if Pakistan opts out, surely India can easily do. Then India can host the Champions Trophy. There are other countries also can host the Champions Trophy. So Pakistan is now in a complete state where they know that nothing can happen. Whatever they are saying, whatever they are thinking, not even a single % is going to happen. So now, what the other thing they had in Hindi, we say khisiani billi khamba noche. I'm not saying billi to Pakistan here, but the कहावत is कि जब आप परेशान हो जाते हो ना बहुत बुरी तरीके से कि आपके हिस्से का कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, whatever you thought, कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है, तो फिर आप किसी और चीज को ब्लेम करने लगते हो, आप और किसी चीज पर जो है वो चीजें करने लगते हो. So this is what I think the state of Pakistan is at this point of time. They know that nothing gonna happen, and that's why these kind of things, just to provoke India. That 3 cities of that particular trophy tour is inside the Pakistan occupied Kashmir. So I think it's a clear-cut message to India that we lost. Pakistan has lost this game. This Champions Trophy saga, Pakistan completely lost this. I can easily say this now because that's why they are doing these kind of, because this can totally take things in back foot. Whatever they are saying, the security, the teams, all the teams coming to Pakistan, now everything is in back foot. Now the front topic, the headline will be why you have, without any accountability, why you have posted this in your social media. Now though you can also post the schedule in the Pakistan.
I think Rohit makes a very fair point, Gargi, a very fair point, that like we reported, the question of cancellation did not even arise. So what somebody said, this is some Aditya Raj call or Sportstak or whatever it is. All that did not even happen. ICC never even finalized it. Never. They did not even give permission to that. And that is when it seems so bizarre to me that when that tweet came out from the PCB, follow XXX, Sarfaraz lifted this in 2017. And you're like, what is this happening? And then the ICC came clear. Bharat also got the same mail. I got the same. I spoke to them. And they were clear that, look, we will announce the ICC Champions Trophy tour on ICC handles. What is going on? We have not rejected or finalized or said yes to anything. So Pakistan on its own jumps the gun, irks the ICC, kills its, sort of hammers itself on its own foot. And now Jai Shah coming out with this strong condemnation puts Pakistan Cricket Board in a very, very tight spot. Gargi, react to that. Last 5 minutes on the show.
Tight spot, I think worse. Pakistan have, I think swung the axe on their foot at this point. Because how do you mess up this bad? Not only have you now, lost respect from, I think, pretty much everyone, especially BCCI and the ICC, because Jai Shah has, at this when you think about it, Jai Shah has to be incredibly neutral in this situation as the ICC president, but no, he's come out and condemned them. So it must mean serious damage to Pakistan as the hosts of the Champions Trophy. And looking at how things have panned out, how PCB have handled the entire thing of wanting India to separate politics from sport, but then adding this fuel to the fire and acting like serial attention seekers. Because why are they announcing the schedule without ICC's approval? Why are they adding venues in POK when you know for a fact, even the government, even both the boards know that adding POK venues will not work out for either of these countries or either of these boards? So why are they doing these things deliberately? Is it for attention? Is it because they want everything to go their way? What is it? It's speechless. How do you even explain these things?
Ishan, final
Yeah,
comments.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely that, Boria. I think it's not what you'd expect out of a board like Pakistan. But however, this has been blown out of proportion for far too long now. I think there has to be some solution that has to be discussed here. But trying to nudge India and trying to get a reaction out in such a poor way is not something that you would want or expect. Unfortunately, that's what they've done. And like Agi has mentioned here, a lot of boards, including the BCCI, will be extremely disappointed at the moment. However, there's still time to try and rectify. There's always that option, that opportunity to try and rectify a situation. That's what Pakistan should be doing at the moment. Try and rectify this as fast as possible. Don't push this any longer. Don't drag this any further. If you try and rectify it as soon as possible, then that's great for all of us. There can be some cricket that can be played, and hopefully the Champions Trophy will be a successful one. But if they look to continue to budge and play it the wrong way, then this is not going to end up good for anyone, Bogada.
Bharat, last words. Where do you see the Champions Trophy going from here?
Oh, that seems like a jigsaw puzzle at present to tell where it will go. But in my opinion, the same option looks like the hybrid model only. But if Pakistan want to reject it, then maybe South Africa, India, all kites are, as you can say, a lot of gossip, a lot of speculation is flying around. So it seems like a maze, a kind of jigsaw puzzle to tell where it will go. But I think the most sane option for me seems like a hybrid model.
We will end there. It's been a 1 hour show, and clearly Pakistan Cricket Board kind of killing themselves by doing what they are. Rohit Juglan, final thoughts departing from this. There was a question on Mukesh Kumar, a super chat. Take that as we close it. There's too many comments, man. How was Mukesh bowling today? Were his wickets on good balls, bad shots? Can new players be added to our BGT squad? Rohit Juglan, take that and we'll close the show.
Obviously, why not? As we already talked about Mohammad Shami, we talked about Rohit Sharma is of course not a new added to the squad. He's already in the squad, but yes, Mohammad Shami can be added in the squad. Obviously, Mukesh Kumar, there is a possibility and it's not bad shots. Obviously, if you are trying to get Kohli out of slips, obviously we have seen it multiple times now. Kohli getting out caught behind. But I think there is a display of good bowling, pitching it right, bowling those hard areas. As Bharat already said, that the school of thought from Mohammad Shami and Mukesh are very same. We are not comparing the Mohammad Shami and this Mukesh, but the way he bowls, the control he had, and the off the pitch what the ball does is something you can be very impressed with if you see Mukesh currently bowling as far as the India games are also concerned with Australia. And now what he's doing in the match simulation is also looking very good. So it's not about the bad shots, it's about the way he's applied himself and the way he's bowling. He's looking in very and he and Virat in the last part of Virat, when he was concluding Virat on his batting, he's having just a chat, a fun chat with, sometime, patting him with the bat, Mukesh, and just having a word with Mukesh. So what we understood, that he's appreciating him, the way he bowled, the full day, the way he was bowling in different spells. I think Virat appreciated that at the very last moment. So yes, he's bowling really well.
So let me close the show by reading out to you what Sachin Tendulkar told me about his 114 at Perth. This is a lesson for every one of you. Everyone listening, everyone watching. That is why we had put Sachin's photograph on our thumbnail. Sachin on his 114 at Perth. It was a quick wicket, and for the first time since my debut, I was going in at number 4 in a test match. I relished the opportunity from the outset and hit 16 boundaries in my 114. By that stage of the tour, I had mastered a back foot punch. While most batsmen favored the cut shot at Perth because of the extra bounce, I was able to do so against good length balls. I used the back foot punch. It was making the bowler's job that much more difficult. I never had a problem batting at the Wacker. This was because I managed to adjust to the bounce. Every time the ball got big on me, I stayed on the back foot and played the ball with soft hands at the last moment, standing up on my toes rather than playing a flat-footed defensive stroke. Sachin Tendulkar. That is why he got so many runs in Australia at Perth, including that 114. Is there a lesson for the current Indian batters? Is there a lesson to be Ajinkya Rahane? Remember, watch Sachin Tendulkar's 116 before the Boxing Day test in 21. Will Yashasvi Jaiswal, Rishabh Pant, and some of the others watch on YouTube Sachin Tendulkar's 114 at Perth in 1992? We leave our viewers with that. Rohit Juglan, have some rest. Get some rest. Tomorrow's a big day. Devashish Sen, get some rest. Gargi, Ishan, Bharat, thank you very much for joining. To all our viewers, do subscribe to the platform. Keep watching. Our fellows are in Australia and they will bring you every possible update. And of course, we will have our eye on the Champions Trophy. Thank you very much for watching.